comfort of their own living rooms, covering the latest and greatest news in ARK and the wider survival community, presented by Raasclark and Jade PG, the Survival Evolved Show! Alright kids, it's Raasclark, welcome back to Survival Evolved Show! It's been a while with me and Mr. Jade PG. Hello mate.
Hello.
Hello. How are we doing?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing alright mate, I'm doing alright. I'm just doing your links as well to everyone I know.
Happy
I
days.
better watch your stream, innit I?
Hello APT, Sniper Beast, Nest Boy. People don't know what this is. Don't blame you. It's been a while since we've done this. It's a 1 hour thing where me and Jade get together. We discuss topics surrounding ARK, what's going on, what's happened, what's expected. And I guess it's a fitting time to do it because, where is it? There we go.
We've got something to talk about.
Well,
We've actually got ARK news.
A developer direct's going off at the same time. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see, you know, if anything gets revealed. We're not expecting anything to get revealed, but we thought we'd play this as we're talking as well, just in case something does get shown. What's your expectations, Jade?
Well, there's a few games here as well that I'm interested in on my channel, obviously, and I might try and get you to come and help me play them. Redfall, of course, is a co-op Dishonored style and animation and art.
Yeah,
shooting vampires in Massachusetts, America, using all sorts of crazy gadgets and powers. So that could be good. Minecraft Legends, I know it's a kiddie game, but this is like their RTS strategy game.
Yeah.
Balls of 5, not so keen on. But, you know, for the juice heads out there that like a bit of a driving, they might enjoy that. And, of course, we're also getting a little bit of news about ESO and their latest chapter in the Elder Scrolls Online business. So a couple of them really not that interested in. But yeah, apparently there is, the reason we're having it on the background, there is some slight guesses from industry insiders that we might see more than just them 4 games. There may be like a sizzle reel with some stuff going on, or we might get a few light announcements. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. But we'll just have it on sight in the background. We'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's been a while, mate. It's been a while.
It has. And a lot of things have been revealed for ARK since we last did one of these.
I know.
Holy
I tried
hell.
breaking up with you, and you just dragged me back in.
He's back in the game. We got him.
Just when I was out.
We got him.
They got me back in the game.
How we doing, chat? How we doing? So I guess we'll kick off with that. If for people who don't know, and have you been under a rock? What's going on? ARK has been announced to be updated, enhanced to an Unreal 5 engine version, which is a massive deal. It's massive.
It's going to be remastered. It's going to have the looming and the nanite technology, so lighting will be better. You'll see more polygons on screen, so dinosaurs and characters and items will look more visually appealing and just look absolutely fantastic with more detail. The important thing, though, the real important thing is performance.
Yes.
That's what everyone really should notice, especially because half you guys watching, I'd say more than half you watching, play on a console.
Yeah.
And you'll know you've seen the polydiagonal dinosaurs where it couldn't even render in properly. You go past the base and it renders in 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
The lag when you're trying to fight someone because someone's put 200 pillars everywhere. All that should hopefully start to be negated because Unreal Engine 5 is promising much better performance, rendering stuff in real time, true time, taking away the need to rely on your consoles as much.
This is it. Like a lot of people in here in the news are expecting, oh my god, this is going to ruin my console. I'm not going to be able to play it, or PC players. But it's actually going to do the opposite, from what I'm understanding. Like you just said mate. Obviously for previous gen consoles, especially, some of those lighting features will probably be ticked off, but that performance it's going to be a big change for people without a doubt. Well, there you go. There's Minecraft Legends playing right now.
And they've got another game there they didn't mention, which was from Tango Works. I can't remember what they're working on, but they're another little studio they've got. ARK has got a reputation for not running particularly well. I don't think it's the worst survival game, even on console.
Yeah.
But it has over the years had problems and issues with rendering, especially. And so the Unreal Engine upgrade, we didn't think it would be retrofitted to a lot of games because there wasn't much point. It takes a significant amount of effort. Why bother when more people are going to be picking up PS5s and Series X and S?
Yeah.
And obviously the sequel. But of course, we know now that the sequel, I feel, is going to be delayed to next year. And we definitely know they're continuing more work on ARK 1. So they've got to kind of keep everyone sweet a little bit longer because ARK 2 is delayed.
And what a way to keep people sweet. I think
Yeah.
I'm getting the vibe even more people are excited for this than they are ARK 2.
Well, that's the other
It's
thing.
incredible.
Like, there's always this talk about ARK 2. It's going to turn a lot of people off being third person and story focused. But now they can truly say, well, hey, we'll keep on doing stuff with ARK 1. They won't, but, light stuff. And it would still keep thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of players playing the game. And, that will always bleed into ARK 2. If they can keep people playing ARK 1, they will get more and more people venture into ARK 2 as well eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a good segue through to it. What's surprising, what I thought when it was first teased through that meme, or what a way to tease it, was, are they really going to rebuild this from the ground up? And it turns out it was already being done. It had already been done with the Switch port. The Switch port of all things made this happen. That was the basis of how they was able to upgrade to UE5 because the Switch was rebuilt, from the ground up.
Yeah, and it has made, like, you look at Switch, how small you've played it more than me now, how small the maps are to download.
Yeah,
and
gig
performance is pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't really see or feel that it improved that much, Eurogamer and Digital Foundry did some really good comparisons, and it did show that, the Switch version of ARK now is 10 times better than the original.
Yeah.
So, and that's down to the engine. I don't know about this idea that it's going to be taking a huge amount of time and effort from the devs. Like it does for certain games, and I've seen some issues and problems, but you basically got to cook everything again. And in reality, a game that's like 7 years old should be moderately just okay to cook again. You're upgrading issues, you'll have some texture issues and stuff like that, but the idea that it's a monumental task, I've always felt was a bit off or a bit weird. With a stable player code and as little bugs as you've got ever, it shouldn't be that hard, as opposed to something brand new that you're doing, which a lot of game companies have had to delay their new games releasing because they are upgrading to Unreal Engine 5. It technically should be easier, but I'm not a complete knowledgeable person on it, but I've looked into it a bit, and it's just good news. It is. Now,
massive.
One thing that I was asking about or talking about, I mentioned it in a short the other day.
Yeah.
They're going to sell this again. People are getting confused. I did say it was a free update, but they are going to sell this as a remaster. I'm sure we'll see a physical copy appear on PlayStation 5.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, they've used the words free update. Jeremy did in his tweet. But you're right. There's a possibility they could do that.
Because they haven't yet. We haven't got physical copy editions. We haven't even got a native.
Hasn't been one in years. Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 hasn't even got a native edition of ARK.
Yeah.
You're buying the PS4 version. So I feel that's what I waited. There was a big furore that actually PS5 doesn't have all the bells and whistles of Series X and S. It's missing a few things like true, like 4K. And I think that's what'll happen. They'll release the Ultimate Edition. It will be the remastered tagged alongside it as well. And it'll be cheap still. But don't worry. People, if you own ARK, you won't have to pay a thing. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing.
Is this why we never saw an enhancement update to PS5, which was meant to happen? It was teased at and then never occurred. Because, I mean, if they were... Apparently, when they were building the Switch port, I think they already had this in mind. So perhaps this has been in the making for a long time, much longer than we imagine.
It does make sense. It does when you've got 35 million players playing ARK. You can't really kill a game off like that.
No,
not even for a sequel. It has to be something truly exceptional to do that. And so I feel like that's a good move. If ARK 2 is going to promise a bit of a different experience, why not keep ARK 1 running? So it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Absolutely. And what's crazy is, and I didn't expect this, that saves will carry over. So, you know, you haven't got to worry about restarting the game if you want to. I'm very surprised about that. Servers will remain the same, so your official servers, you'll still be able to play on the same official servers.
That's all just save data. In fact, I'm surprised people were worried about that. That's just data that goes through, you know, it gets held in the cloud or whatever. So that stuff will always just be replicated. It just means your dinosaurs are going to have a bit more fur on them. The light's going to look a bit nicer, and it's not going to tank your PC or your computer anymore. Because, of course, PC will benefit as well.
Yeah. And I guess I was worried at the time because I thought, is this going to be like a separate release? But it's going to be a complete update to the base game. So one would assume that that's it. The ARK as we know it at some point will disappear. And that's it. It's gone. We will all be playing on this UE5 updated version of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, if you're not connected to the internet, you can still play single player on your physical edition and never upgrade if you want, or never update it. If you really want old school visuals of ARK, I don't know why anyone would. But yeah, that's the plan. Yeah. And that other news as well, PvP, turning off the Indian stuff. Or we jumping ahead?
We're jumping ahead a little bit there, but why not? You know, and I guess that's in preparation for stuff like this, perhaps because, you know, with all the different graphical uplifts it's getting, perhaps they're addressing that. But that's probably more towards what they're doing with Sotif. But more interestingly is mod support, because it's no secret that, you know, the devs back mods for ARK 2 and what they've done for the game, and with a new engine means a new way of dealing with mods, and it actually got recently touched on by Zane in Discord.
That basically old mods won't necessarily be up and running until either the old mod makers do something with them, or maybe ARK can find a way to help out. But basically, just like it is in any other game that's had modding scene over years, some mods don't get updated for years, but they carry on working because they were good mods or small mods. But in this instance, no. Their mods might not work at all. They are going to have to be recooked because it's a new engine. And so, PC players especially, I feel you're probably the ones that's going to be inconvenienced the most. And I couldn't give a fuck. Because PC have had all the mods for the longest time. They've always had the best updates. They've always had the best hot fixes immediately solved. They haven't had to wait 2 or 3 weeks for a hot fix because of the way certification happens. They always got shown the best stuff off. When we've had vague, tiny couple PTBs, PC have got PC got SLTF first. They used to get a bunch of the DLCs and maps first. So fuck PC. Welcome to the world of being a console pleb waiting for stuff to be fixed. No, like in all joke seriousness, it is sucky. But you know what? ARK will look great. You can enjoy it without a few of your mods for a couple months, while hopefully some of them get cooked again. And that's it. They'll be put back on straight away.
Yeah, that's it. Only mods, I guess, that have been left unsupported and, you know, whoever developed them has moved on, they'll be gone. But if that's the case, then perhaps that's not a mod you should be using anyway. But from what I understand, like Nakatas deals with it a lot, and he's like mentioned to me, you know, to move over to that isn't too difficult. Obviously, it depends on the complexity of the mod, but it doesn't sound like it's too difficult to do. So it's not too big of a worry. I think the transition, will.
Hey, Robin from Valheim, aka Project God Queen. Was the old engine UE4? Yes, it was. It's UE4.
Yeah.
I think they only upgraded to UE4 just before it went live in 2015.
Yeah.
So they're doing it again with their sequel and shizzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going up to Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah, he's a man. He's a dev. We should have got him involved.
We should have. And I guess the question on everybody's lips then is when? When are we getting this?
Oh wait, it's got to be the news when ARK 2's delayed, right?
Yeah, ARK 2's delayed, but here you go.
They've always done
you got this instead. Yeah, definitely. It's
always done it.
It has to be. We're going to touch on that more later on, but yeah, this is definitely a reason to lead to ARK 2 being delayed. It has to be.
They've always done it. the amount of times they've waited, done good news, bad news,
Yeah.
at the same time to try and hide it, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, oh shit, no, hang on, I'm going to think about this." So yeah, the next, I reckon it is going to be the next Xbox event. I think it will be summertime. We'll get this announcement.
Yeah, I'd agree, because if they're releasing it, whenever they're releasing it, and it's before Ark 2, they need at least a good year of Unreal 5, surely, of Ark 1 before Ark 2 drops. So,
I don't think that matters, because Ark 1 will just carry on doing what it. Yeah, it doesn't. It just. I feel like the summertime, it will go live bang on summer. So we're talking like June.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That'll be the update. But yeah, there's Ark's gonna now. I think they've maybe like they did with Ark originally. They was meant to finish Extinction, move on to Atlas or other projects, Ark 2, but then shit went south because Atlas underperformed and was a mess. So they went back to Ark, and I feel like they've probably learned a lesson that we've got so much potential here. The crossover with fans coming over from the animated TV show,
right? Yeah,
movies in the future.
Yeah.
Why would you not try and keep the first one going? We know they said no more events and stuff like that, but Wildcard have got the money.
Well,
maybe they can splash the cash.
I think
they got the money.
Well, and that'll be a sign if I think the next event is normally Love Evolved, which is like in a week or two. So if that gets announced, then, and I've got a feeling they might bring them back. If Ark 2 is delayed till next year, then they will announce it. And I guess if they do announce it, then Ark 2 is delayed. So, yeah, we'll see. They go back on their word.
Brian, no one's talking about Rust, mate. We don't care about Rust. Say one more time, Rust, and you'll be banned.
I forgot to put that Jade parental advisory thing at the start of the vid.
Yes,
I've got to make that.
No, I've kept it just that one time. I swear, I'm not going to fucking swear anymore. I promise.
So yeah, June. That's our speculation. Obviously, the devs haven't said much more.
They told Raz.
They told me, and they've said they're waiting until they've got some big exciting reveals to when they're going to show us and give us a date. I'm guessing, like you said, what are these other things? Is it going to be just the Ark 2 delay? Maybe they're going to do an Ark 2 gameplay trailer at the same time with a new date, and then the UE5 stuff. That would make sense. Yeah.
There's other major things we want to show then as well. So yeah, it's not going to be like, hey, next week we're getting your upgrade. You will have to wait for this announcement to be made first before it's going to be a big gaming event.
Yeah.
There's an outside bet it could be PAX East, because that actually happens before the summer events.
It does.
And Wildcard did do stuff for PAX East, and that's in March.
Yeah.
But I swear, they've outgrown it. There are some companies that make a big deal of PAX East. Gearbox have done it, and others as well. But I always feel like Ark is too big for these kind of events now to do stuff where it's going to be revealing stuff like that. But you never know. So the earliest will be March. We reckon June, July, E3 and all that business.
Did you open a door to the heavens? You just got illuminated.
It's like what's going on with the light.
Full-blown Casper.
Yeah. I hate it because it shows off my balding forehead as well.
Oh, we're all getting there, mate. Don't stress. We were saying earlier about being on cam and hair, but whatever. It is what it is.
Robin, apparently they've slowly dwindled whoever works on Ark 1. They're stopping doing events. They weren't going to be making any more DLC. But in terms of they're not going to sunset it. They're not going to turn off the servers anytime soon. They're not going to do anything stupid like that. Not for a while anyway. I reckon at least another 2 years.
Yeah.
After Ark 2 comes out.
Welcome everybody, by the way. There's almost 400 of you here. Thank you all for joining. If you don't know what this is, it's the Survival Evolved show that we was doing a lot last year. We took a bit of a break and we're back again. Just discussing topics about Ark and, what's upcoming and that. And as the Xbox Developer Direct is going live at the moment, we've got that playing behind us just in case something Ark related gets shown. We don't expect there to be. But you never know. You never know.
If there is anything about some of these games that I find interesting, you can check it out or hear me and Raz talk about it. We might start doing it on my channel when we talk about other gaming.
That's it.
Other gaming.
That's it. So that's UE5. Exciting times indeed. But there's other exciting stuff going on in the world of Ark. You got SOTIF, the Survival of the Fittest, launched just before Christmas Day, the Looney Tunes, and they worked through the Christmas period to constantly get it updated, and are still updating it as we speak, changing the formula, the meta, to refine it, ready for console release, which is imminent, end of the month, in a few days, where it's meant to be crossplay across
Well, let's hope. I thought it looked good. Some of the stuff they're doing in it, I've been watching you. Obviously, took part a little bit, and it's good. But I don't know, man. I'm worried. Like the control support scheme and stuff. I hope it's not going to be a cluster truck where buttons aren't working correctly and stuff. Like that stuff's got to be nailed on. And last time I played Control on PC, it certainly wasn't nailed on. It wasn't working very well at all. So fingers crossed, though. I'm quite excited. I am. That's why I figured about doing this again, because you know what? Now we've got stuff to talk about with ARK that's interesting, and not feeling like we're, trying to eke out info because the devs have been so stush. It's good. It's good to talk about ARK again.
Yeah, man, and it's good. It's good fun. I'm really enjoying it. I know there's been a little bit of diversity between older SOTIF players and newer ones. I guess I fall into the latter category. I never got to really experience it when it was first day. I played it a lot since then, but I really enjoy it. I think, what I realised is perhaps they needed to offer this because what the old SOTIF was a grindy experience. And let's face it, if you want the grind, that's what ARK's for. Let's have a jump in, play as a dino thing that's that's quick and fun to play. And I think it's delivering that.
For sure.
It definitely is. I'm really enjoying it. It needs that console release. I'm glad it's coming. I was concerned. You was concerned it was going to be a lot later than this month. And I think that's the turning point for this, because the PC players have all had a good go now. Let's see what the console players think of it and take it from there. But it's fun. It's fun, especially like now they threw in aberration content and beyond dinos. You got reapers and golems and roll rats and stuff like that, magmasaurs to play as, which was very surprising that they've already started to throw in new content before we've even got to that console release date. And with more maps being teased as well. They've already said Scorched Earth once they get it to a point where they're happy with it, and who knows, the big one is a battle pass. A lot of people are saying you need to do a battle pass or some sort of reward scheme, and I agree. I think that is just it's the battle royale
not
platform,
yet. No. Don't encourage them that fast, because let's face it, it's still very much in development. It's still very much a beta. It's not a fully fished product. If they can get enough interest in it initially, if they do like a free scheme of unlocks, so you think of all the skins we've ever had in ARK, there you go. That'll fill out at least 50, wouldn't it? Just get you can apply
just the skins exactly. That's all you need to do for now. Just any skin, throw that in every 10 wins. Throw in a skin. You just something really simple right now. That will be enough to keep people that little bit engaged to keep playing it.
But the kids will love it. Battle Royale is much more popular on consoles because kids of Fortnite and stuff like that. It is, and there's so many others that have done well out of it as well. So. Yeah, it's perfect. I've seen people, Miss Dolphin, love him, but shut up. We don't need more gun gameplay. I'm telling you now, we don't, because it's boring. ARK is not a great gun game. It isn't. It isn't got great aiming. It hasn't got great feeling when you're shooting a gun. The AK spreads like I spread when I'm going to wee. It's awful. So,
there's
keep
room,
it to the dinosaurs.
There's still room for it. Like I'm seeing it, right at the end, at the inner circle. Pretty much everybody's on foot and giving it their best, and sometimes you overcome with like rockets and that is great. It's great. I have a short plug. I had a short of me fighting 2 titans on foot and took them down, so it can be done. And then so that although they moved away from on foot PvP 1v1, you're still getting these challenges of being on foot, taking on these massive dinos and overcoming them, which is great. And especially, it's offering those PvP scenarios you just otherwise wouldn't grind for. A lot of people wouldn't anyway. And it's great. It's already got me playing with certain dinos going, wow, didn't realise how good this was. And now playing it in ARK 1 more than I was before, which I think the devs wanted us to do.
I just can't see weapons ARK in PvP has always been crap. It has. Like, no one, you offline people, you got a few people that are really good at headshots with fabricated snipers and stuff like that. But trying to use control pads and stuff, no, it's just not a great game. It's never meant to be a shooter. ARK was never a shooter, not a great one anyway. It was always, should be about dinosaurs. And they've tried it. They've tried SOTF with more player versus player combat with dinosaurs, and it didn't work out the first time. So more dinosaurs, more abilities, keep bringing in the DLC ones. I think that's the way to go. We don't need them to focus too much on trying to improve it. And I don't think they will, because that involves way too much work on coding and stuff, trying to make the FPS better, or, elements of it. Whereas the dinosaurs and stuff, that's, it's all about UI and triggering stuff.
Yeah.
I feel that's where their work's going. I haven't got that many people working on it. So, yeah, I don't think it needs gunplay. It just needs to carry on. You're right. Maybe some sort of reward progression, but not a paid battle pass yet. Nothing yet.
Yeah, no, yeah. And to be honest, like, your devs have always stuck to the guns about being very anti-microtransaction. Perhaps they wouldn't entertain it, but they will entertain something like that. It'd be great, and I think they should do that.
Fun.
I'm really enjoying it, mate. I look forward to seeing what changes, and like you said, how console respond to it, because it is quite a UI heavy game. Like, when you first jump into it, it is a
so
bit
many buttons and like clicks, and and ARK's always done a fairly good job with controls, I would say, like the radial dials and stuff like that. It's not the most complex. Like Space Engineers on Xbox is murder, is awful. It's just the worst experience ever using controllers to play a game like that. And then something you think is relatively simple like DayZ, they ruined controller support for years until they finally updated it last year. So I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but yeah, that's got to be focused. The reason I'm saying it's important is because Steam player count for Survival the Fittest, it's not that great actually. It's barely gone up above 3,000 people. That's not big enough to sustain Survival the Fittest. So we've got to hope that console kids buy into it. They've got to pray.
Yeah.
One thing you can maybe tell me, is it fully going to be standalone? Because I know, like, I can't find anything that says console is fully standalone. You'll find it in the PSN store, or is it still going to be log into ARK, load up SOTF?
Well, yeah. Currently on Steam it's separate, but don't forget this. They did say this was in its beta form, in its test form. So we don't know where it's going to be taken from here. But then if it's already a standalone release on Steam, one would assume that'll be the same case for console, especially with crossplay. And I guess perhaps that's why they're keeping it separate. I don't know.
Yeah, I think crossplay won't be there at first either. I got a feeling.
I'd agree, mate. I know they haven't said anything yet, but the last time we heard it was still crossplay. But no, I'd agree. Maybe they want to make sure it's all running okay first before they do introduce that.
It is a bit mad. We're 5 days out with it launching, and there's no FAQs about it for console.
Where's the marketing? Where's the marketing, Wildcard? Where's the stuff?
There's no heads up to Wildcard, to players, what to expect, how to log into the first time. Where's a dev blog? I know they showed off that one for PC, like retaking us back through. They couldn't even afford to hire someone to do the voiceover for it. It seems a bit, whack.
Could have just got me, and I did it for free.
Yeah.
I
would have charged them thousands. But yeah, got to do, give us heads up, give us a really good breakdown this Friday on the community crunch. Tell people exactly, a link to the controls and how it's all going to work. Show a video showing the controls, how it's going to work. Really go that extra step for console kids to get into it on the ground, running up and doing stuff. Is it mad? Actually, one of my controllers guides for how to use the controller for ARK is still one of the most watched. Like, I still get regular comments on it, on how to use a PS4 because of the shortcuts. Because they've never really explained that well, a lot of them. Yeah, no,
and even today, there's still shortcuts you wouldn't. I still find out. Like, people still find out, like, as they're playing years later, that they don't know how to do this on a pad. It's mad. Christo, thank you for becoming a Raasclark, mate. Thank you very much.
Whoop, whoop. Shout to Christopher Tompkins.
The Raasclark, the chat.
Right. Oh, yeah. You know what? Serious important thing. One more step.
Oh, yeah.
First.
Go on.
Wait.
Do it. The obligatory. You tell them, Jade.
Where's the fucking likes, people?
Just-
142. We've got 446 people watching. Come on, you lot. I thought the Raasholes liked Ras. Clearly not. You can't get them to 200 likes. You got to have half the likes of people watching. I know you guys are better than that. I've seen you watching Ras suck at SOTF. Come on now. Show some encouragement.
Hey, I'm winning lately, mate.
Now.
I've been getting some wins in.
I heard Vino carries you, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, he did carry me. I'm gonna lie. One thing, is as console is being released this week, we got a surprise. I goodbye.
So if you don't know what the INI is on PC, the PC wank race, they all cheaters. They all reduce the foliage, they reduce the glint, they reduce the graphics, they pretend they're playing on a potato because then you can see other players. You don't see them hiding in the bushes because it's nothing there.
There's nothing. Yeah, it really reduces what your visuals. It's
that's what I'm talking about. 202.
There we go. There we go. Little studio applause. Why not? Why not?
Well done.
Thank you very much. And there's been a lot of kickback from people disgruntled, but I guess a good divide on people that that say it was
Bam's nub. Like Bam's nub. Honestly, I don't
Bam
care.
supports it. He's on the support crew, mate. In fact, most content creators are backing it, especially I guess.
Yeah,
because
getting
shot. I agree. I do agree because it does provide a tactical advantage. I guess that there's some argument to having it running on a potato PC, but it does, man. You can't it's not a fair game to people who are playing it without.
And with the engine upgrades, that'll help with performance anyway.
Yeah.
So even for PCs, it's not just consoles that benefit. PCs, lower system PCs should be able to run a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why they've done this anyway is obviously with crossplay for console. You can't have PC players having this INI tactical advantage over console players.
But you said it was a patch for the full game of ARK.
Yeah, for the full game of ARK, which is it's mind blowing when you think about it that it took them this long to address it. In ARK's sunsetting last year or whatever. Well, who knows at this point, but it's just mad that they finally addressed that. And filters for words, so no naughty words are mentioned anymore. Katira, thank you for becoming a Raasclark.
Shout out to Katira. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The KFP
delivery
fried Kentucky fried.
Got to get that KFP out. That's it. Can you send
fried parrots?
Got to send some over to us. We could eat it whilst we're chatting. So it's unprecedented. It's mad. It's great. It's well received by most. But yeah, I get there's a few people disgruntled, but it's one of them.
It's one of them.
It's one of them.
They'll love it. They'll love it when they've actually got to play.
Yeah, and it is like I love hiding in a bush. That's why my throat is green and my character. That's the whole reason why my character is what it is. To be at one with the bush.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. No, like PvP is always something I want to get into, but with the amount of cheating and stuff like that goes on, it definitely put me off. So it's one step.
It's one step. Yeah, exactly, like you said. Yeah.
Although again, you definitely got to say, why the hell has it taken this long?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What is going on? Like with that, that's a bit mad.
That being said, though, there's already been a workaround found. People have found another way to do it. But
using NVIDIA filters or some shit.
It's somewhere else within the config, but the fact that Wildcard have now addressed it means they'll probably jump on that, whatever that is, and figure a way to patch that as well. Katira, thank you for the $5 donation. Super before. Should have joined sooner. Love this conversation. Thanks for all the great info. Fresh Phoenix meat delivery incoming. There we go. Bit of meat slapping on your forehead, mate. It's coming your way. So they're on that. That's great to hear. And it's a wonder what else is going to be introduced. Something I didn't put on the itinerary. A voted dino.
Sugar.
Another dino.
Another reason, right? So people
what the hell?
People get upset when we make these bold presumptions. Remember, we are talking just in our opinions.
Yeah.
But based on a long history of ARK being around for 7 years.
Yeah.
You're not saying ARK 2's coming out next month if you're starting up a brand new free game mode for the original.
Yeah.
You're introducing more new dinosaurs. You know, you've got an animated TV show incoming. All that stuff is centered. You're updating stuff that should have been updated years ago. Like, yeah, a new dinosaur. I have not paid one single bit of attention because, frankly, I mostly don't care about Arc 1 anymore. I've made this clear. I'm here for Arc 2.
Ark's
I'm
biggest
interested
critic. Yeah.
in SOTF. I am. But Arc 1 is dead to me. Like, I'm not really going to do any content ever again on Arc 1. No, I don't care, you know, dinosaurs, whatever. I just want to hear about Arc 2 and SOTF I'm interested in. That's me. I'm done.
Is Unreal 5 not changing your mind at all? Are you not?
Maybe I could see some points. I mean, to be clear, the improvements are great. You've seen it so far, though. The only game we've actually seen it in is Fortnite. On consoles,
yeah, that's it. That's the only depiction.
It's moved over that we actually can play. So jury's still out and stuff. One thing I was going to say, I've seen people commenting saying, "Oh, it's going to make Ark look amazing." One thing I will say, if you play Ark on a decent PC, the games always look great. Yeah, it's showing its age now, but at the time, the lighting going through the foliage, I always thought Ark was a pretty game. Yeah, it was always a pretty game. I wouldn't never say it was a potato game, bad game, looking game. So sure, if it can make that look even better, great, fantastic. But I've always felt that Ark was pretty anyway. I loved it. The immersion of Ark was always the thing that got me, feeling that any moment I was in a jungle, I was in a beach, and dinosaurs would jump out and kill me. Like, I always felt that because the game looks pretty good.
Wildcard,
a rare compliment.
A
rare compliment.
I was going to say, Wildcard, I'm going to clip that.
Tweet that, Jeremy. Tell that. Do like his game sometimes.
And a new dino. What the hell is coming?
Yeah. So what's leading the way?
Currently we're in the top 10 have been locked in, and there's going to be a voting round.
Has rigged it so he's one wins.
Jeez, everybody and their mums has been on it. Like it's just, and I get it. Like, why wouldn't you do it if there's a dino that you want to get in the game? You've got this one opportunity so you're going to convince everybody to vote it. I completely resonate with that. I just don't want to do that myself and be that guy. And get that hate for everyone for doing that.
I was going to say to you, I was going to come up with my own rap bag.
Oh, was you?
I was going to get a Tosca and ask you to champion him. Yeah.
But yeah, a creature nonetheless, and it's surprising to see that there is going to be another one. Does this mean another map? Because the last 2 times we've had a community voted creature, we've had a new map.
Maybe. I saw someone noshing off Nicatus the other day, one of the devs, saying his maps are great and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the grounded ARK devs. So, I no offense to Nicatus, I don't want any more Dwarven Norse maps. I want something fantastical. I want something really crazy. But the thing is, there are not that many mod makers making mod maps for ARK anymore. Or they haven't actually got the skills in the cater. I don't think they have. I don't think they can finish.
There's one I'm playing at the moment, T&I Stella. It's called. I think it's by Japanese dude. The Japanese have been doing a lot more modding recently, and
because they're huge in ARK in Japan. Japan's massive.
Yeah,
because I just like Nicatus is amazing, and that's why they love his maps.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that. I just want something different. I don't want Norse cold regions. Give me something much more tropical and vibrant and a bit weird, a bit out there. Lost World was kind of just a bit of a it wasn't that amazing.
Last World.
Last
Last Island.
Lost Island.
Yeah,
Lost World,
easy.
Lost Island.
Yeah.
It was
that was great. Lovely map. Rekindled that prehistoric vibe. I don't know, but it grew old too quickly for some reason for me. But that's just me.
Because I think a lot of it was too big. A lot of it, the biomes were similar.
Perhaps it was,
and that's what we need. We need something fantastical.
Big.
Not really good. But I know Dwarvenheim or whatever it's called is doing well. Scharthelm.
Yeah.
That one's doing well on PC. So you never know. Maybe they'll go, fuck it. Complicate us. One more time, baby.
Yeah.
Come here. Let me give that green to you, boy.
Yeah.
And we'll see it.
Chat, by the way, we are looking at the comments, and we'll do a little question round.
Yeah, we'll do a question at the end. We are ignoring you, but so we should have made that clear at the start. At the end, we'll answer a whole ton of questions. Save them.
It's essentially a debate between me and Jade, and then you debate with us. That's kind of the format of this. how it goes. And like, yeah, anyone who's just joined again, we're almost on 450 viewers. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the Survival Evolved show where we just talk about stuff regarding ARK, what's been announced, what's upcoming, and right now the Xbox Developer Direct is playing live, and we're playing it behind us just in case.
And that's Redfall.
Something ARK. Yeah.
A bit diversion. This is the vampire game that I think me and you should play. We'll get a couple of your creative friends,
all right.
I'm
down for that. It's a bit. Yeah. It looks a bit spooky, so I'm down for it. You get a bit of spooking. I'm game. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's made by Bethesda, or not Bethesda, the guys that did Dishonored, and published by Bethesda, of course. And it could be fun. It could be interesting. Running around open world, vampire hunters, killing a bunch of scary guys. Why not?
Yeah. So that's SOTIF, and then Switch is getting its first free map.
Wasn't that meant to come out in December?
Nah, that was Aberration. Aberration, yeah. And it's crazy, really. You know that Switch has finally got the support after so long, and yeah, it's finally getting a free map to play on. Like, Switch players are getting free content for ARK. It's an unprecedented time after years. They're getting something for free.
What is the map again? Which one is it? It's Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Ragnarok. Yes, Ragnarok would be good. Yeah, it'd be great to see that.
Great map.
Yeah, it was. For years, that was the GOAT.
It was.
That was the one that everyone just raved about. Before it even became an official map, it was the GOAT. And,
yeah.
And the developers of that map ended up working for Wildcard directly.
They did. And they still do.
So fair play. Switch. Yeah, I wish we had some numbers on Switch. Be interesting to see how many people have actually.
It really would. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a fan base there. The support seems to be there. Oh yeah, Grove Street, who of course are working on it and keep in developing it, have moved off the mobile game. Don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
Not officially moved off, but official server support has ended. That's it. If you play official servers on mobile, that's it. You get nothing.
Investing in all them stupid microtransactions.
So
and then you can't show off your stupid chicken costume on ARK because you spent 20 Ember on it or whatever the fuck they used.
Yeah.
And it cost you £200 and they can't use it.
When you combine that with Doug the Head looking to recruit someone to develop the ARK 2 mobile game, then you've got to assume that Grove Street are pulling off ARK Mobile altogether. Not that they are, not we know that they are or not, but that's how it seems to be, and focusing on the Switch.
Grove Street are going to be working with ARK Wildcard to do the ports for ARK 2. I'm sure of it. I'm sure they're going to be behind it for consoles.
Yeah, because who did the ports for ARK 1 for PlayStation and Xbox? Do you know?
Yes, it was. Well, you see it pops up every time you load up ARK. In Wild Instinct or Instinct Games.
Right. Yeah. I see it now. It's been that long since I've booted it up on my console. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
That's. I think they even pop up. They are based. I think they were based in Egypt, and they were a small port team, and they helped create a lot of stuff for them. They also created Scorched Earth map. Apparently, if I remember rightly, I could be wrong on this, but they created Scorched Earth, Holy as well. Instinct Games, I think they still work with Wildcard as well. I don't think that they ever stopped. I think they are still working with them, maybe doing other stuff. But they were meant to be doing the survival, primal survival mod or whatever it was. But they got cancelled.
Yeah.
So so maybe Mode Street. Obviously, then Abstraction Games took over.
Yeah.
For the PlayStation port.
Yeah.
And the Switch port, the original one, and they also did a bunch of the maps in original. The ones come out DLC and the free ones. Now, and we don't know who's actually been doing it. I guess either Grove Street Games for the last couple of years, or maybe Instinct Games, because they haven't actually ever announced a partnership to do the last 3 maps or whatever it was. I think they've just said in-house. So
you could be right. They throw it all onto Grove Street to do all the ports for whenever that comes out. Because when is that coming out, Jade? when are we going to see ARK 2 now then?
Well, it's got to be 2024. Like, you know what?
It has to be.
Last time I did a video talking about this, the amount of fuckers that were like on my case, like, oh, you're just so negative. Because I said ARK would be delayed to 2023. And this was just when 2022 started. And I had other creators going, "Oh no, you're supposing things that aren't happening," and then, no,
Well,
look, yes, it did get delayed to
that's it.
2023,
That's
and
it.
and I feel like I'm behind now because I haven't made a video on it. But now maybe all these other creators have seen the light, and now they're starting to realize that shit. There's no way ARK 2 is launching this year. There's no way.
I don't think I've spoken to anyone that believes it is coming out this year now.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta agree, mate. All this content, like you said, all this content we're getting for ARK 1 now this year. Yeah. And of course the animated series. 2 seasons of it apparently this year. We're gonna see both.
It's gonna be mad.
Yeah,
it's gonna be mad time.
Yeah.
Still don't know when that's coming again. Wildcard do suck.
Give us dates.
Well,
let's look at their history though. When they've announced dates, they've been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And maybe that's just why they don't want to give us a date, mate. They're just so hesitant because they know they're going to push you back again for whatever reason.
No, I don't blame. There's volatility in the animated markets at the moment. A whole bunch of networks. I've covered this as well. Spoke about it as well. A whole bunch of like sites and corporations have shut down their gaming, like their animated divisions, and like Netflix reduced theirs. HBO Max got rid of all of theirs. Warner Brothers Discovery got rid of all theirs. So there was a lot of like animated TV shows probably just waiting for someone to say, "Hey, here you go. We'll pick it up." But yeah, I'm guessing they're just waiting for confirmation of ARK 2. Like do a big blowout. They could probably do a own showcase. How great would that be? If you see an ARK showcase in June, showing off the Unreal Engine 5 on the old consoles, SOTF Battle Pass revealed, and new ways to play it. ARK 2 release date, proper gameplay trailer for it, animated release date, 5 minutes of the animated TV show. Imagine all them things happening in June. That would be like the best ARK summer ever.
I'd agree, and that's the thing. Hey, it's mad that all of these announcements do equate to, quite possibly the best year ARK's going to have.
Yeah, the only thing I wish ARK had done it earlier, and they're not going to do it now. People thinking they're going to redo stuff. Then I promise you now, they're not going to go and take a look at maps in ARK 1. They're not going to go and revisit dinosaurs. They're not going to go and tune up stuff. I wish they would. Most games this long have much more consistent TLC updates, whereas Wildcard just fix generally bug fixes and exploits. So it'd be nice to see, if we are going to see a delay, go on, give everyone a TLC. Make 4 or 5 dinosaurs, get another TLC. I think, as I said, I've seen a lot in the comments, people saying they don't want a new dinosaur. They just want some of the older dinosaurs to get some love.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a crowd pleasing thing. It's a crowd pleasing thing.
It really is.
Choosing dinosaurs.
It really is. Yeah,
you kids
they love it.
Stupid.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah, the direct just ended, by the way, and no ARK, so that's fine. We moved on to some Sotif gameplay. It's
nothing there. No,
the direct isn't playing Sotif.
There was nothing. There was one more game they didn't mention. That sucks.
And we're about to move on to questions, and I feel like I need to address.
Get your questions ready, everyone. Get your questions ready.
Drake just dropped in a $5 donation. Is it possible console might get mod support with the UE5 upgrade?
I can't
likely,
see how.
Mate.
It's purely. It's not a case of just helping performance, which is one of the excuses console didn't get them before. You think all the mods have now got to be made in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
And they've got to have a template that works to deliver their mods, to update their mods, to correct it all. It's not happening with ARK 1. They've clearly set out this new company is going to be doing ARK 2 with them. Yeah. What's the name of that company?
Mod.io.
Mod.io.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are going to be doing it.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, we did one of these last year with Mod.io, who are doing the mods for ARK 2. It's there in the playlist if you can find it. And so you'll have mods for console when ARK 2 arrives, but ARK 1, unlikely, mate. I really wouldn't expect it. I'll be getting one or more dinos. Don't know. As far as we know, it's one voted dino at the moment. But the last time we had these community voted creatures, we got 3. We had one voted, one kind of hand picked by wildcard, and then one plucked out that dropped with a map. Who's to say? What could happen? We really don't know.
You think PS5 and Xbox X will be crossplay for UE5? No. No, for whatever reason, I know SOTF is making people feel like, oh, they're going to probably do that for the original ARK. I still feel like there's too many problems and issues with the base game. It's much more complicated than SOTF. It's bigger. Yeah. There's so many more maps. Everything else you've got to deal with. It's too late to merge and make it crossplay now for ARK 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be nice, but it's too late. It's maybe ARK 2 once PlayStation, once Xbox give up their exclusive license after about 2 years, then PlayStation can finally join in.
Yeah. Granny, thank you very much for the 5 memberships. Growing a Raasclark army. Big love. Big love. Mod support continue.
Falcon, hello, mate. I see you on Twitter liking my tweets quite a fair bit. Thank you, mate. Do fish know they're wet? Probably not. Probably not. Do you think the new Dino Vote will get a new map on the drop of Unreal 5 update? You never know. You never know. It could be Chartel. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm speculating that's what'll happen. Because that's what's happened before.
Yeah.
But it's all guesses at the moment. And
what I would prefer.
Go on.
I'm going realms now. Sorry, Ross.
I'm just surprised that we're even getting a new Dino, really, to be honest, because
They said development was over. They said Winter Wonderland was the last one.
Beyond that, the stress on console, especially on the older gen consoles, is already really bad. And we've been told before, I'm sure that the limits have been hit. They can't. They're really struggling.
Building PCs, your mate Craig Brown, Craig Pink. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because there was apparently a building set they cancelled for aberration or extinction or whatever it was. They was going to add Genesis, but they decided it couldn't handle it. So maybe, but yeah, I don't know. We could hum and her about. One thing I just thought about, forget a brand new map. What about a remaster for the center?
Dude.
What if
just the center in UE5, mate?
Yeah, but he's gone back in, he's changed some things, he's brightened up areas, he's added a couple new locations.
It's possible.
That's the first map that ARK ever got. If anything's going to get a revamp, a remaster, I would prefer that over any other modded map. Give me a fresh center map with some changes. And, that'd be cool. Make it a brand new Dino only spawns on the center map. That's what they should have. Absolutely.
Dave, thank you for becoming a Raasclark from G Portal. There we are. My rep, link in the description for 10% off your G Portal servers. Though I think that's a bit too quick. Cheers.
I would
Dave.
play. I ain't gonna lie. After everything I just said, I would play ARK again.
If that's it then. You've heard it now.
Remake ARK, the center map. I'll be back on. I'll do a full series.
That's all you need to do. MX, thank you for the $24. MX, thank you very much, dude. Much love.
Ellie, are there any other maps that you guys have seen that you'd like to potentially see? Well, I've just given my answer. What about you, Raz?
What was the question? I missed it.
Any other maps that you have seen that you'd like to potentially see?
TNI Stella. I played that.
You said that one, yeah.
It's great. It's a massive map. It's a meteor has crash landed in the middle of the map. This giant meteor, so it engulfs the entire map, and it's just very space sci-fi biomes. But there's no flyers, and so you kind of dwarfed, and it's very alien, and it's a really cool map.
Sounds like up my street.
I've got a vid. Go watch it. I got a vid.
Oh no! I think Loaded Crisis has done one. I'm gonna go and watch him instead.
Sweet, there you go.
He's my favourite ARK YouTuber, Loaded Crisis.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. Yeah. TLC, and that's a thing as well. When was it? Not late last year. The year before, we were meant to get more breedable creatures. I specifically remember Dali saying there's going to be another one. Never happened.
Hasn't gone up,
but if we're getting another year of ARK 1, could we see a bit more TLC? Could we see a bit more breedable stuff? Possibly.
I hope so. Yeah, I would not be mad about ARK 2 delay. I don't care. Just tell us early. Don't wait till last minute. Tell us early. Get it over and done with. Don't wait until the good news either. Just tell us now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, if you say we're going to carry on updating ARK 1, fine, no worries, whatever. But yeah, just do it now.
Yeah, as J Meme 23 just donated and said, Carno. Thank you very much. Carno needs a makeover. I beg for that. I agree. Yeah. Carno does need a makeover.
Tell us now. Tell us your dinosaur you want to get a DLC for.
Go.
TLC
Quick.
Go. Right now.
Put them out.
Right now.
But yeah, griffin breeding, and that's the one for me. I thought they would do it by now, and they haven't. Griffin breeding, why not? Let's get the griffins bred.
Yeah, why is that such a hard thing with griffin? Is it because the way that you originally tame them? Yeah, and then
they're a bit tanky, and they could. But then don't forget, with previous breedable creatures like wyverns, they nerfed them a little to compensate for breeding, so they can do that with griffins. And I'm surprised they never did that.
Again, it will put everyone to rest if you're watching and you haven't liked yet. Get this stream to 300 likes.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
They're not gonna change servers. Raz has always gone over it in his news video.
Yeah.
They're not gonna wipe your data. They're not gonna wipe anything if you play officials. There's not that many people that play officials. Like people go on like it's the biggest way to play. It's the smallest way to play ARK nowadays. Everyone plays either on private servers or single player. But they're not going to wipe anything. So you don't have to worry. If you play on a server right now, there shouldn't be any loss of data. There shouldn't be any wipes. Might be a good idea, but I think that's Miss Dolphin. I stole that one from him, definitely. He said they should have a wipe.
There's been a split on that as well with the UE5 update. Do a wipe. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't feel like I can input that really. That's I don't play official to really.
You're a Care Bear now, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're a Care Bear.
proper PvE now, mate.
Well, we've got the most answers here. The Yankee needs a TLC. Carno, Giga, Bronto, Mosa. Just the four there, Wolfman. Just the four.
Just the four.
Imprinted Griffins are OP. Megalodon should be bigger. That's what your mum said. No, Dodos, Blezzy, Binos. Basilic breeding is what I want from Zant, and the Dido needs to be bigger instead of a blind spot spit. It deals damage over time. That could be good. A little bit of acid damage. The frog needs love. It needs to level up a bump or two. Sabertooth, Plesiosaur, a few Plesiosaurs, a few Ankies there. A Dodo TLC. Yeah, everyone's loving the idea of a Dodo one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. I think that's everything covered, mate. We're done.
What you got going on this week?
What have we got going on this week? What's happening? More monarchy, as always. A bit of monarchy, bit of spin wheel vids. Everybody's loving the spin wheel vids. So another one of those. Dingle Cup on Friday, and just that's it. I'm doing a build. I'm actually doing a proper build video for ARK. Never done one before. It's happening. I'm going to start it off with Aaron Longstaff. So, I'm going to get him to do a little voiceover at the start. I think that'd be funny. To get him saying well, hey, you're right, kids. That's a terrible accent, but you know what I mean.
No, it's him because he never speaks on his channel.
It doesn't. Damn it. So
you need to ask him for his fonts he uses with the white line arrow going in. You need that to pop up, and everyone will think it's an Arrow Longstaff video. Yeah, they won't recognise you two are brothers, so they won't recognise the difference between face and camera.
That's it. What about you, Jade? What's upcoming?
2 channels running at the moment. Grounded content is just flying still. Loving. If you need a survival game to play because you're a little bit bored of ARK, please do go and check out Grounded. It's one of the best survival games I've played in years.
I've got to play it with you, dude. People keep telling me to. I got to play it with you, dude.
Let's do it. There's a Valheim update concept art being shown for Valheim. Valheim's coming to Xbox soon, so I'm the guy for your news. Been doing news on that and stuff.
Yeah.
That's it, really. That's just me. Yeah, and I'm trying to do 100 days of Grounded. I'm trying to get another one done. I've done one already, but I'm working on the second one.
Oh, well, yeah, good luck with that, mate. And go check out Jade. Please go and show him some support and love. Jade was the original guru of everything about ARK and sort of passed the torch to me, but he's now covering other survival games and definitely worth a follow. But he still covers ARK from time to time. So there we go, Armin. Cheers for the link. But we hopefully will be back on Jade's channel this time next week. Yeah, are we doing it? Are we doing it? Maybe a bit later. We'll talk about it and doing a survival of all show on Jade's channel then. So and we might do more Sotif, Jade. People want it. Is it going to happen? Are you gonna play another game of Sotif with me?
Oh yeah, I'm down. You know what? When it's coming out, I'm going to start covering SOTF on my second channel. I'm going to stream some on Jade.Clark channel. There
we go. Then happy days. But
we'll hit it again.
Yeah. Until the next one, then. Big love for everybody tuning in. Big love to Jade. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.